Long exaggerated sigh. I bet you think this is a YouTuber apology. No, in all honesty, I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed by it all. If you don't know what I mean, like, we're on lockdown because of Corona and all that stuff. Will be demonetised, but well, I ain't got monetisation yet, so film free, please edit in a middle finger. But yeah, I'm just a bit overwhelmed, and plus, me making a universe has made it a bit confusing. Like, I tried to make a universe so if I got big, I would give fans some stuff to play with, and make fan creations of when I'm not making videos, and that's exactly how my idea universe is started. The thing is, I love writing stories, but the thing is, I have to come up with characters for those stories, and the characters are way more interesting to me than writing the actual stories. So I love experimenting with ways to tell stories. But the problem is, once you've got a story you've got to write about, like, I decided to do all these stories as a project, and I'm starting to feel a bit overwhelmed by it, like, by life itself. But anyway, so I'm going to be looking for... So, since I'm talking about stories and how they're causing me a bit of frustration at the moment, let's talk about people that make story writing easier. Let's see, which one should I pick? You know what? Overly Sarcastic Productions, only because that would be a great title. Welcome to Film Free's Finest. Jesus Christ, it took me 3 minutes. Okay, Overly Sarcastic Productions is a channel run by two people. One goes by Red, other goes by Blue. Now, Red does more history stuff and gaming and all that, while Red does more trope talk and story stuff. Well, no, Blue does history and Red does history. Red does story, not history. Jesus Christ, how is that hard to say? But yeah, I really like this channel because when I came across it, I wanted to avoid tropes like the plague phase, but you realise they're tropes for a reason because they're easy story structures, and you probably put one in without realising just because they're that good. So a series Trope Talk actually really helps me because I know how to identify what a trope is and what tropes are. Of course, it makes watching movies hard now, watching movies and stuff, because you can just identify what tropes are and all that. Screw it, I like writing and I like hearing about these tropes. I definitely liked hearing about Journey of the West because it inspired One Piece and Dragon Ball Z and all that. And you got, like, which makes me think, is Journey to the West like the Earthbound of manga? You know how Earthbound inspires a lot of games like Undertale and all that. You know, it seems like there's this proper thing, but it seems like there's this one thing that you're inspired by or consistently makes something good, which that kind of thing is really interesting to me. Like Earthbound inspires most RPG games that are weird and made in the RPG Maker, and Undertale. And Journey to the West inspired Dragon Ball Z and One. It just feels like there's a certain story you can write about, and then it is like perfect for the genre. God, I'm stuttering. Sorry. Yeah. But yeah, that's where Overly Sarcastic Productions comes in. Like, I can watch your videos for ages and end up inspired to write something. Like, it helps when they tell stories. It helps when they tell stories in history. That stuff is usually has been inspiring people to do stuff or write movies and that. So it helps in that regard that you get to know what inspired a great movie or great TV show or great game or whatever. You get to know what inspires them. Honestly, I find it interesting just to see to go down the rabbit hole of inspiration. Like, honestly, I actually like to see him play. Since he's doing more Let's Play stuff, I would actually like to see him play Earthbound, just because it's such an inspirational game. So it'd fit right on their channel. Yeah, I love the way they divide history into Blue and all story writing stuff into Red, and game is green, which, since it's a mix of the two, shouldn't it be purple? Nah, I'm not gonna go into that, but yeah, I just love story writing channels, honestly. I might go into more of them later on, but as of right now, I'm still trying to think of a way to make these videos more interesting. Like, don't know. I'm gonna by next video, I'm gonna try and find a way to make these videos more interesting. Like, the problem is covering YouTubers. There's usually not a lot of meat on them. Well, not a lot of stuff to talk about. I've said this in a few videos beforehand, but when you talk about a YouTuber, it's hard to pinpoint why you like them. Mostly because if you talk about a game designer, you've got ages upon ages of references for how you should look at a game. If you want to talk about movies, you get thousands upon thousands of movie reviewers. YouTubers, there's not so many. Like, I think I found 3 in the entire YouTube, and one of them doesn't upload anymore. Like, my biggest inspiration for how I make videos is drawing underneath. You know, not rating them, just talking about them, and if I feel like they deserve it, talk a bit of shit. But other than that, I don't really take inspiration from many YouTuber reviewers because one's a Roblox channel and reviewer, so I can't really take inspiration from that. And the other, well, yes, is still uploading. It's just a glorified commentary channel with calling himself a reviewer. Like, I choose not to score because, well, rating people's kind of scummy to me. Anyway, you see how easy it is to get off topic when you talk about YouTubers. Like, I'm not trying to get on talk off topic in YouTuber, but I end up rambling and end up off topic because of just there's not much to talk about. Like, as soon as you get past the channel gimmick, there's not much. Like, there's channel gimmicks, what type of channel they are, but that usually falls under what gimmick they are and what usually just a description. Like you could go on about how it makes you feel, but I honestly, I've just been falling down the inspiration rabbit hole recently. Why I'm lacking inspiration, so. But yeah, I've just been falling down the inspiration rabbit hole because I honestly, well, yes, I get why people are inspired by stuff, but honestly, I don't want to say it's kind of new ground because really isn't. It's just something it's a skill you got to develop. Honestly, this is just something I've got to develop, and yeah, I've fallen down that it's hard to find inspiration and stuff. I recently if you watch my Arlo video, I recently fell really out of love with Pokemon, and that's kind of messed me up a bit, but because my main source of inspiration is now pretty much really bad to me. And anyway, talking about inspiration with a story channel that I mainly use to get inspiration to write stories because they're actually really good at explaining how and where to use plot details and all that. So, looks like that's all the time I've got for today, and see you in the next video.